I think the three key areas to focus on to impact climate change are: number one, rolling out more effective carbon pricing initiatives; number two, removing fossil fuel subsidies; and number three, enacting stricter regulation to protect our precious forests and the biodiversity they contain. Carbon pricing has been the single most effective climate policy ever implemented, and we must roll it out more quickly and focus on that as an issue globally. Number two, by removing subsidies on fossil fuels, we can make renewable energy much more competitive and speed the transition away from fossil fuels. And number three, we know that the forests are the lungs of the world. They sequester carbon dioxide, and yet we're destroying them at still a massive rate. So we have to implement stronger regulation for protecting our forests. Climate change is a classic free rider problem. So while many countries make climate pledges, if they don't act on them, they can free ride on the success and the emission reductions of other countries. And therefore, the question is, how can we encourage countries to actually follow through on their climate commitments? This is difficult because international governance is not implementable. But the best way, I think, here is for strong leaders in countries that do implement and achieve success with reductions, that these are celebrated by the media, celebrated in the international community, to hopefully increase the ambition and the commitment of the countries that are the laggards. Climate change is at such a crisis today that we need every single mechanism, every lever has to be pulled. So that means at the government level, at the corporate level, and individuals. Having said that, I believe that the only real impact is going to have if we get government level regulatory policies, such as emission trading systems, such as carbon pricing, and stiffer regulations around carbon emissions. Individual action's wonderful, but the change and the scale of change we need mean we need government action here. This is a really, I think, difficult area because climate change is a slow-moving issue. Many people are not aware of it, or they view it as something that's far in the future, and they have issues they're dealing with today. I think the best way to engage people on climate change is first, listen. Listen to what is important to them. What are they concerned about? Often this has nothing to do with climate change. Once you listen and ask clarifying questions to understand what's important to them, then you can link it and say, this is how climate change is likely to impact issues that are important to them. I think this is the best way to engage. And also, it's important to recognize climate change will impact every single issue. So there's no getting away from it. And therefore, but I think this engagement and listening is the best way to engage people about climate change. After reviewing more than 200 peer-reviewed academic papers on the science of climate change and becoming deeply committed to do something in this space, I attended the London School of Economics high-level economics and governance of climate change program. In that program, one of the key things I learned was that carbon pricing, and specifically emission trading systems, have been the most successful policy instrument ever implemented. The European emission trading system was launched in 2005. Emissions that year were 4.2 billion tons in Europe. In 2022, emissions were 3.2 billion. This is a 1.1 billion per year drop in emissions. And most of this has been because of the emission trading system. How do we know this? Of the drop of 1.1 billion tons, 800 million tons of that annual run rate drop has come directly from the companies covered under the emission trading system. Cap and trade emission trading systems is the single most successful mechanism, and I'm so pleased to see many new countries, China, Korea, Mexico, Vietnam, many new countries have either launched or are in the process of launching an emission trading system to put a cap on emissions and to put a price on emissions. Again, the most successful climate policy ever implemented. Let's focus on what we know works and roll out emission trading system to more countries around the world. And that gives me hope.